Israel's most politically diverse coalition government lasted just a year. Parties including the hard right, liberals and for the first time Palestinian Israelis had come together with one aim: to end Benjamin Netanyahu's 12 consecutive years as Prime Minister. Netanyahu is currently on trial for corruption. With his far-right and ultra-Orthodox allies, he engineered the failure to renew a measure that allows Jewish settlers in the occupied West Bank to live under Israeli law. Now, Netanyahu has promised to win a sixth term in office.
To Bibi or not to Bibi, that has been the only question for 4 elections. It will be the only issue for a fifth. I'm sorry if it makes Israelis look shallow, that they don't deal with a peace process, security, Iran, matters of religion and state. None of those issues came up in the first 4 elections, so I don't expect the fifth to be any different.
The new caretaker Prime Minister is a centrist, Yair Lapid. This former television celebrity replaces Naftali Bennett. Lapid has cast Netanyahu's potential return to office as a national threat.
He's been running a very good campaign for the last 8 or 10 years, which is he's not going to go with Netanyahu. He's a replacement with Netanyahu. He didn't fall into that trap. And Netanyahu all the time is running the negative campaign of, we're going to have a disaster if Yair Lapid is Prime Minister. Well, surprise. He's the Prime Minister. He will be the Prime Minister in a few days. And therefore, as long as the sky doesn't fall in those 4 months, then people will be able to expect Yair Lapid is a reasonable Prime Minister.
Yes.
Even with a centrist caretaker Prime Minister, there's not likely to be any progress in talks with the Palestinians. Behind Lapid, there is still Bennett, who's opposed to any idea of a Palestinian state. Netanyahu's Likud party leads the polls, but it wouldn't win enough seats to form a governing majority. The next election could end up being the first in a series as Israel heads into another period of political instability. Bernard Smith, Al Jazeera, West Jerusalem.